Right, let's flip it over, man. Let's talk about pun. You guys didn't know I could pun like spontaneously. Right, let's go, man. Galaxy Z Flip. Let's talk about it. Z Flip 5G. So some of the criticisms from the original Z Flip when it was announced and released back in February was that it was not flagship enough for the current state because it had a Snapdragon 855 Plus and obviously everything else, which I didn't even see it as a problem. And the fact that obviously for the money that you're paying for, why not have it in parity and just make it 5G like the rest of the products? So I think it was just due to timing and development. And honestly, respect to Samsung, they've been able to get it done, and it looks like they've been able to update it to the most current specs from what I believe a Snapdragon 865 Plus. Let's look through it. So introducing the Galaxy Z Flip 5G. Express yourself with a stylish 5G enabled foldable smartphone. Samsung today basically unveiled it. It's the same looking Z Flip that we had from the beginning of the year in February, you know. So Z Flip pairs making lightning fast 5G, yada yada yada. At Samsung, we continue to put the power of 5G in millions of consumers' hands. We continue, demonstrate, yep. Next generation performance, Z Flip stylish and compact form factor reinforces Samsung's ongoing commitment to expanding the foldable category now with 5G. Yep, of course, that makes sense. You've got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus. And obviously I did a video with the Note 20 and the 865 Plus, obviously announcement and being made official for the event. Boy, us Europeans are getting Exynos. Not even the Exynos 992. It's 990 by the looks of it. Yeah, the Note series will definitely have the 865 Plus, which is in the States and whatever countries get it, man. They're lucky, they're happy with that, so all good. Obviously giving you the power of 5G and also the efficiency on device processing and whatnot. Obviously the style is something that we're used to, yada yada yada. And we scroll down, flex mode, YouTube with flex mode, camera update with flex mode, multitasking, app pair, multi-window tray. We're used to. So Z Flip will be available in carrier and unlocked by Samsung versions starting 7th, which is 2 days after Unpacked. Available in Mystic Grey and Mystic Bronze. And the Galaxy Z Flip 5G will be available online through AT&T, Best Buy, Samsung.com, T-Mobile, and Amazon. Customers who trade in eligible device on Samsung.com can get up to $650 towards the purchase of a Z Flip 5G. The offer is for a limited time, includes access to Z Flip Premier service, okay, dedicated team for white glove guidance, okay, cool, I like that, premium experience. Here's product specifications. So we are looking at a 6.7-inch full high definition plus dynamic AMOLED, which is obviously your organic light emitting diactive matrix display, 21.9 by 9, okay, basically 22 by 9. Infinity Flex display with a 2636 by 1080p resolution. So it's a very high-end 1080p panel. 425 PPI for the PPI Patrol. Shout out to Flossie Carter. Measure diagonally, yada yada yada. And then you've got the 1.1-inch Super AMOLED display on the rear. So that one, as useful as it is, people critiqued it versus obviously the Razer. Yeah, camera wise, you're looking at 10 megapixel selfie camera, f2.4, pixel micron size of 1.22 microns, and an 80-degree field of view. Rear camera, we are looking at a dual rear camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide, great field of view of 123 degrees, f2.2, pixel size of 1.12 micron pixels. That's for the wide. And then you've got that with super speed dual pixel autofocus. Man, we love dual pixel autofocus. Optical image stabilization, f1.8, pixel size of 1.4, great size, field of view 78 degrees. OIS for the rear, wide camera, optical image stabilization, up to ×8 digital zoom, HDR10 plus recording, AF tracking. And then, oh man. Yep, Snapdragon 865 Plus, 7nm generation 2, 64-bit octa-core based processor. And you've got the maximum prime dual cores that can clock all the way past 3 gigahertz. That's obviously been the highlight of what makes a Snapdragon 865 Plus useful. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256. I'm okay with that, and I have no qualms and no issues. Same battery capacity, 3,300. Fast charging, pretty much everything. So what we've got here is obviously 5G, sub-6, no millimeter wave. Okay, cool. So that's kind of a global open standard, and everything that is pretty much there. Right, we've dissected that. They've had a bit more time. They took feedback. Samsung listened, and they gave a current flagship spec next generation foldable device. You're gonna complain about the price. It's $1,500, £1,500. It's expensive. It's an early adopter device. They're progressing with it very, very quickly, a lot quicker than I even expected, if I'm going to be honest with you, from Samsung's perspective. I don't have a problem with it. I definitely want to get an iPhone 12 Pro. I'm quite annoyed based on the leaks that apparently, and the rumors that it will not have ProMotion, but I do want to get the normal iPhone 12 Pro. Not the Max, because I've got a big phone. I want to go back to having a second normal size phone just to review it and just feel like how it is, right? My upgrade on my carrier, my main carrier, is on the 7th of August. So drop that to a Simone, and when the new phone comes out, look to get it. If I was to get a Z Flip now, I'm glad that they've updated it so that there's nothing in my mind that actually feels like it's behind. Technically right now, it is, based on the chipset, the most powerful Samsung flagship phone you can get right now. It's the only Samsung flagship phone that has been officially announced until the Note series that has a Snapdragon 865 Plus in there. So I think it's a good look. It was never going to make it cheaper. The price has gone up. It's an early adopter device. It's expensive. Unfortunately, whether you want to buy it or not, if you buy it, at least you're getting your money's worth, in inverted commas. And I say money's worth very loosely here, right? There isn't some added value of going with this device. It's just, if you believed in it before as an early adopter and you didn't pull the trigger because of timing, funding, or you just weren't unsure of the specs and you wanted to get your specs money's worth, you've got it now, and you've got future compatibility with some form of 5G, where at least if you're going to keep it for 4 or 5 years, by the time that 5G infrastructure really ramps up, you've got a phone that benefits from it. That's how I see it. I think it's straightforward. I don't see any, unless I've missed anything, I don't see anything that necessarily wrong with what Samsung have done. I think Samsung could have just left the Z Flip as it is and just waited until next year when a Snapdragon 875 series comes out and put it in there. Honestly, they didn't have to, but it's kind of the thing that you've got to commend them, in the sense that they listened, and you could tell that they listened and they cared enough to want to get the best in there to make sure that that thing is, you know, taken out. I think for early adopter Z Flip users, they might be annoyed. You know, there's always going to be that annoyance, but at the same time, you give the benefit of the doubt of they didn't do that intentionally to make the Z Flip, you know, more relevant throughout the life cycle of the first year coming out. I don't think so. I think that the product is too new and too unique to have been given that kind of segmented, oh, let's hold it back and then put an upgrade later to make it seem relevant. I just think, you know, the development time was way too in where they could have made the changes. So that's me personally. That's me personally, that you can keep this product for 4 to 5 years and not feel as shortchanged, because at least when you bought it, you knew that when you bought it, it was the best spec version you could get for that time. So, you know, credit to Samsung. Not cheap. I wouldn't recommend openly, like if someone came up to me, oh, what phone should I upgrade to? The Z Flip. I wouldn't. Unless someone came to me and be like, yo, you know me, I like my stuff, man. I'm willing to spend. I saw the Z Flip. Tell me, give me a breakdown. Yeah, now we can talk, because I know you're ready. You got the bag and you don't mind exploring new stuff and whatnot, but I will still caution with a recommend. But that's just me. So that's first topic out the way, man, with the Z Flip being official.